Our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here, School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. And if you are tuning into me today, not only are you seeing this one, you are seeing another one that's going on at the same time. Yes. This is not an error. Don't think I oopsed. I honestly am doing this on purpose. Why? Because I have spoke so much about my last year's astrology guest that I had in January. Okay, I had her in January, and this lady was just phenomenal. Heather Rowan, and she blew my mind so much so that I talked about her frequently. And seeing how I talked about her so much, I was like, you know what? I really want to play that. I want to play it again in January. You know, a lot of the stuff we're looking at for the year was really last year's. That's okay. I'm not too worried about it. What I did want to do, though, is kind of come in here and do your reading, because you're not going to get a reading in that show that's currently playing. Okay, that was a live interview that I did last year in January. This is the reading portion. Okay, so yeah, there is two things going on, but I really didn't want to start the new year without you guys getting a reading, a highlighted deck. So I'm going to take a little bit of my own time here as I do this and just kind of go forward with it. Does that make sense? So you might not see this in the live. You're probably watching the other one. Totally okay. You can come back and see this one later. It's not going to be as long. It's not going to be as hoot as my normal. I know I've been playing a lot of recordeds lately. It is the break season for me. And right now I'm just kind of looking at who I am anymore. I don't know if you guys feel that. I know I feel such a shift through last year's stuff. There was such a shift for me. Honestly, it's been for the last few years, there's been a huge shift. Really kind of catapulted me into a different place than I've been before. I don't know if y'all are feeling it. I know I have been feeling it. Again, for me, you know, I think about the biggest thing is I lacked a lot of confidence. I didn't really look at me. I didn't believe in me. Hey, Keith. Even as I talk about this, my throat chakra goes on for myself. But a lot of mine in past years have been not a lot of confidence, not believing me, not looking at myself and seeing myself as my own value. Okay. And it does kind of make sense, because if you look at numerology, last year was a 9-year. Last year was all about completion. It's about really, you know, you've dug in over the previous years. You've scooped it up. You looked at it. You've thrown it away. You really completed a lot of aspects of that. Kind of like for myself, it was a deep dive research of me, who I am, who am I going forward with. And entering into 2026, this is a 1-year. It's all about new beginnings, new pathways, new everything. Okay, for me, I will tell you what, it was night and day. Literally 2026, 2025, getting through to the end of the year, I was unmotivated. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to get up. It was just, and I knew going into that 2 weeks, where the kids had winter break, this was not something I was going to be able to do. Okay. It was not something I knew I was going to be able to get up on a Monday, get showered, get makeup, get hair, just all of it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it because the motivation wasn't there. Nothing was there. So what did I do? I pre-recorded. I still didn't want you guys not to have something, so I pre-recorded to make sure it was there. But literally every day was not a get up and go type of day. It really was just me completing this final process of who I'm going to be next. And it was quite beautiful because literally we got through and January 1st hit, guys, and I got up out of bed, and by 7:30 in the morning, I completed more tasks in a half an hour than I did in the last 2 weeks. It was crazy. And I have been on the go ever since. Like boom, boom, boom. I mean, yeah, we're only 5 days in. I get this, but the energy shift was amazing for me. And it's something I really noticed. Even this morning before 7, I was up. I'd done a bunch with the grandkids. I had packed their stuff for school, got their bags ready, blah, blah, blah. Got in, got out of the shower, got dressed. Like this, it was insane. And even since then, I have gotten so much done. Every day's been that way. I have got a list of things to do today, and I have got no qualms. I know I'm going to get it done. Hello, darling. And it just kind of continued, and I do believe that's what this year for me is. It's a lot of new beginnings. It's confidence. It's believing in myself, looking at myself different. Hi, Alina. And I do honestly think we should all kind of be probably, good morning, Tim. You found the second one. Love it. So again, this one here, I do have the recording going on right now. Okay, so that's more of your show today because again, I thought she was amazing. I thought she was brilliant. She's also a person I look back on a lot over this last year to kind of look at insight for myself. Okay. Oh, Leandro, I apologize. Hopefully I said that correct. Anyway, kind of going forward, this one on this side is a short, it's a sweet. We're kind of coming in for your New Year's Day reading or your New Year's week reading. Even though New Year's Day was last week, I really wanted we have that first start of the year reading, and we're going to spend a little bit more time on this. I don't know why. I really wanted to dedicate a show to this. Again, it's not going to be a really long show. It's not going to be like, hey, here we go. Hello, Rosa. We're just 6'7". Thank you. My grandkids keep getting me to say that. So we're starting out year with Rebecca Campbell. Okay. This is a Hay House deck. We all know I love Rebecca Campbell. She's got really cool boxes. Number one, she also incorporates her boxes into her readings, which is really kind of cool. I don't know if you see the image back here, the pyramid. She always does something quite unique. I know I'm laughing about that, Rosa. She does a lot of unique things with her boxes. I've never studied her enough to completely understand it or really look at it. But I do like that she's got that extra added thing about her readings, her decks. And I think we've highlighted probably 3 or 4 of her decks now, which I really like. So the box says your soul knows the way. So this deck is really about the soul, which is kind of ironic. And I picked this literally when I recorded the last year show last year. When I recorded that 2.5 weeks ago, I picked the deck for that show and I grabbed a deck for this show. So this deck has honestly been on my desk for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, waiting to be read. So I have no clue. It says deep within you, still can't read in the new year, deep within you exists a portal of peace and wisdom, your inner temple. It's a place of rest, healing, and creativity. This activating 44-card oracle will support you to reconnect with this portal and form a deep relationship with the wisdom of your soul. As you work with its 4 unique suits, you'll receive guidance on what is true for you and your next action to take. Kind of unique there. This box is also Oracle card display frame. I love that. Oh, is that what she did this time? Oh my God, how cool is that? Oh, okay. We gotta look at this. This is what she did this time. I love it. So the box comes like this. You open it up. Pop. Okay, we're just going to grab any card in here. Oh my God, thank you. You just grab one card. I'm going to grab just the top one. I have no clue what this is. It says the scene. And you slip it in. What a way. What a way. Oh my God. I love that. Which tells me this deck can honestly be used as like you pick a card of the day, you put it in here as a reminder, a card for the week, you put it in for a reminder. I like this. I like this. It makes it pretty. It makes it so that it can really become a display someplace. You know what? How ingenious is that? I love that. I will be using this, just so you know, just because it's pretty cool. Also, when I open it up, it's got something on the inside. It says the Inner Temple Oracle Attunement. Ooh, it says, I activate and step into my inner temple now, portal of my heart, home of my soul. Through the portal of my heart, I connect with my inner temple. Through each of my body's senses, I connect to my inner temple. Sacred below me, sacred above me, sacred around me, sacred within me. I activate the wisdom and power that has always been deep within. May these cards deliver clear messages and reflections to me and all who use them for the highest interest of all. I am guided. I am led. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How gorgeous is that? Oh my gosh. See, totally inside. Thank you, Official Riviera. There you go, guys. So you know what? It's an extra added bonus. We'll take that. We'll take that. I'm going to leave that up. I don't even know why. I'm just going to leave that up because I think it's pretty to look at. When we look at this deck, so much there. So much there. Small black and white pictures. They're pictures. I like that. So many details. When they do them like this, it makes me focus on the words. I don't necessarily always want to focus on what their meaning of the card is. I like to focus on this amazing artwork. Now, does that mean I'm throwing the book out? Does that mean I'm throwing the person who wrote the deck out? Not at all. Okay. There's a process that these amazing, like Rebecca would go through. Now, I don't know exactly her process, but I do know a lot of processes. What happens is they write the cards. I do, darling. It's playing. This is playing on Instagram too. Hold on a second. Okay. I thought it was. I never hit the go live button, so it's not playing over on Instagram. It is DeEtte Renee over there on Instagram, darling. Just DeEtte Renee. So when we're looking at the books, what they tend to do is write their deck. They write essentially the book first. Okay. So they write the card. They write what the meaning of it is, blah, blah, blah. They send that over to the illustrator, whoever's going to work with the deck. Now, they may not send all the information, but they'll send like this card, the in between. And then they'll get the artist so much information, and the artist, creates the imagery for it, what they feel. So they have that opportunity to put so much into it. But a lot of times when the artist really goes and gets in tune with themselves, in tune with their senses, and they start to receive information from the universe, it's kind of like they're speaking to the same guides that, say, Rebecca was working with. So the person who did the artwork on this is Katie Louise. Now, to me, it's kind of like they're working with the same team to create this. So one's writing this beautiful book, another one's writing doing the beautiful illustration. So to me, it's kind of like bringing both worlds together. And for me, I like to use my own intuition when I'm reading cards for myself. Therefore, I will normally, when I'm reading cards for myself, only use the picture. I take the book and I throw it out. I never want to know what Rebecca meant. I want to know what the guides meant, what the guides wanted. And for me, it lets me go what we call kind of going direct, which is going in and popping off information that's going around, which is a whole different type of reading. It's an amazing way to read. Guys, if you want to know about doing different readings, about things that I do, those little tidbits, this year I'm believing on TikTok. One of my goals is to start really utilizing my TikTok page, possibly along with the Instagram page. I don't know yet. To do more about the readings, how to get information, just all that wonderful stuff. And kind of starting to build that up a little bit, which is not something I've done in the past. Hi, I'm not taking per se questions today, darling. What I'm doing is highlighting this deck. So let's get into the reading since we've got somebody asking about a question. Okay. So what do I call this reading but 5 cards done? Okay. Now, that doesn't mean get off the page and run away. Okay. What this means is it's a different type, because honestly, in this reading, I'm highlighting this particular deck of cards, but essentially also doing readings from it. So you're welcome, darling. So basically what we're doing here is I'm going to pick 5 cards. they're all going to have a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards done. Okay. With this, you get to pick a number. Okay. You can pick one number. You can pick two numbers. You can pick all the numbers. It's up to you. This is really essentially a reading for you. And I will tell you, so many people tell me this rocks. Why? Because they get so much information. It's always so accurate. And it means something to them based on what they are looking for themselves. Now, after I read each card individually, I'm going to read them as a whole. Okay. So it sounds like it's very generic. I get it. It does sound generic, but trust me, it never fails to deliver. It never fails to deliver. So I'm going to take their extra card out of here. There's always this extra fun card. I'm going to shuffle the cards. We're going to talk for another minute, and then I'm going to get this done for you. The Inner Temple Oracle Guidebook. Again, it's basically, it looks like going into the soul, asking questions. You know what I mean? So even though you could ask a question of, am I going to get the job? Whatever. Does he love me? Whatever your question is. Maybe it's, I need more about myself. Maybe it's, you have actual, some issues going on in life, whatever this might be. You can ask all the questions. Okay. Like I said, you can take 1 or 2 cards or 5 cards, whatever. You can also get very adventurous. Okay. Say you've got a lot of things going on. You have a lot of questions. You know what I mean? Write those questions down. Think about them really quick and just kind of put like a little hint to your question on a piece of paper. Put a number by the side of it. That's going to give you guidance to that particular, issue that's happening. And again, guys, I've never seen this method fail. I never have. So, here we go. There we go. So let's get going on this. Okay. So card number 1, guys, number 1, if you pick card number 1, the ceremony of life, the ceremony of life. Okay. Now I do love this card. I love the looks of it. I am going to bring both the illustration and the reading in, so you get an example of what both people were looking at. First, we're going to look at the book. She does have 4 different suits, just so you know. The suits are going to be depicted. I don't know how she's depicting the suits. Interesting. We're going to see if she has got these in alphabetical order, how she does this. I have no clue. Oh, no, she has literally got them in the different. This is the ceremony of life, the activation suit. This is what this comes from. This card is about devotion, of weaving the sacred of all the way in through your life. It's the card of sacred ceremony and integration. You're being asked, how can you make your life a ceremony? If you were to live in prayer, what would change? What if you saw it all as a sacred celebration? If you could devote your life to something that would be it, what would you do? The invitation of this card is design your life is a way that feels sacred, to dare to embrace all aspects of life and let spirit be with you in every moment. Okay, so that's a basic gist. There's a lot more written in here. So when I'm looking at the illustration of this card and I'm seeing this lady dancing, Now I'm looking at this lady. She's got a few issues going on. Why? Who can stand on water? Who can dance on water, let alone on point? Okay, to me, that's an issue. Now we are looking at, when you're looking at the card, the issues, this card and the ceremony of life, we are looking at what are her issues. This lady has got some issues going on. Hey, standing on water, dancing on water. That's not smooth water. That's a ripply water. There's a storm per se going above head. There's clouds rolling in. So if you're looking at that, yeah, I know everybody would look at this card and go, oh my God, it's beautiful. It is a gorgeous card, but it's not a card showing that she doesn't have flaws, that she doesn't have issues going on. But what is it going on in this card that's more sacred than anything? She's not looking at the issues. She's not looking at that I'm on water, I can't dance on water. She's not looking at the fact that there's storm clouds crawling in, that there's chaos above her head. What she's looking at is that it's all beautiful. It's all for the reason that nothing's impossible and she's going to get through this. Okay? That she can ignore what is around her and turn it into beauty and still dance. And honestly, if you pick card number 1, that's what we're looking at. It's not that you don't have issues. It's not that you don't have chaos going on around you. What this card is saying is that it's all there and it's okay. Why? Because You don't have to look at it as issues. You don't have to look at it as like, oh my gosh, it's too much. You can honestly look at your life and start going, wait a second, there's a lot going on, but it doesn't have to stop me. It's there for a reason. It's teaching me lessons, and it's showing me that the impossible is still possible. That's what card number 1 is. So even though you have a lot going on, even though life may seem a little chaotic right now, take a moment, dance, enjoy it. Enjoy the chaos. Enjoy what it brings to you. Enjoy the energy of it. Allow it to fuel you to push forward. So that's card number 1. See what I mean about the pictures? Card number 2. Card number 2, Chamber of Power. Oh my God, I can already tell you what this card is screaming at me. But let's see what she was looking at. Chamber of Power. Now, again, I'm thinking with her, we're going to go to the chamber suit, which I like that. This card is on number 48. I am going to suggest using the index to find the cards. It's a little easier that way. If not, you're going to be scrambling through this decks. Her chamber is with you. Within you, you have everything you need to do whatever you are called to do. You hold the keys to your inner power. There is nothing you need to be other than who you really are. So that's what I was getting for the picture. See to me, she said, this is what I want. She sends it to the artist creates a picture. And I'm going to tell you, look at this. Look at this amazingness. Now, when I'm looking at this picture, there's a lot going on around. There's a lot going on around. And a lot of people would go, if you looked at all these little stars, these are all the people in your life, all the resources in your life, spirit, God, loved ones, mom, dad, friends, whatever going on around. She is not going to the outer ones to look for where she needs to go to get the information. She's coming here. She's coming here to the front. She's come front and center. This is her. And this card is what it's telling you. You do have something going on. You do have a question that you're going, oh my God, DeEtte, I really want to ask you what this question is. Give me the answer. And this card is saying, I can't necessarily give the answer because why? The answer is inside of you. And I know that's a struggle bus. That's a struggle bus because when I hear that, I go, for God's sakes, really, we're going to play that card again. We got to go in here. Spirit's been telling me for years. And so I understand it. Matter of fact, every time I go to get a reading, they tell me, DeEtte, look within, the answer's here. And every day I go hogwash. And you know what? But they're right. They really are. They're right. Because when we can stop and we can clear and we can get rid of all that crap that's going on in your head. When I'm talking about the crap, this is saying get rid of the old ways of doing things, get rid of your old knowledge, get rid of all that stuff because it's not working for you. If it was, you still wouldn't have the issue going on. So it's telling you to get rid of all the hoopla, all that crap you've gained outside of yourself. Throw that away. Start to look to center here. What are you finding in here? What are you in here being instructed to say, where do I go forward? The answer is very much within you. You just have to bring it past your throat chakra and go, I know this is where I need to go. I know this is how I need to fix this. I know this is how I got to go forward. Again, look within. That's card number 2. Card number 3. Card number 3. They're stuck together, guys. They're stuck together. Card number 3, golden. Ooh, another gorgeous card, guys. You know what? The imagery on these really are amazing. So hopefully you're understanding as I'm trying to read what she wrote in the book versus what the card says and how I do this. Okay. So again, we're going to look up what she feels she wanted the card. And I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from the illustration. Golden is part of the activation suit. It's card page 68. What is she saying? She is saying it's time. It's at times like these that we are most. I can't read. I'll tell you. It's at times like these that we must embrace every single moment. Celebrate our wins, sing at the top of our lungs just how grateful we are. This card is the most glorious card to receive. It's a sign that things are golden for you. Life is on your side. What you've been working toward is bearing fruit. You're in a very special place and are being invited to relish every moment. So when we're looking at this card, okay, when you're looking at this card, and I'm looking at the illustration of it, it is bringing me into here. Okay. Number 1, you are the person that created it. I look at this and I see an energy ball, 2 hands creating an energy ball, creating this amazingness inside of you. okay, or outside of you from you, okay? But look at the radiation off of it, okay? So what this card to me is saying that, you know what? Look at everything that you've created. Look at all of your moments, because that's what an energy ball is your energy that you are creating in tangent form in front of you. You still cannot necessarily see it, but you can feel it. But you are the one that's created it. Look at everything that you have created. Look at everything around you. Yes, you've got chaos. Yes, you've got issues. Yes, you've got just the house coming down around you. I get it. It's life right now. But look at the beautifulness of it. Okay. Look at the beautiful. Look at the amazingness of it. It's glorious. Okay. I know we not. Our to my internet. Oh, sorry guys, I in and out for a second. Your life is what you create. Okay. And that's what this card is saying. What are you creating? Now, if you're looking at, oh my gosh, I want a better house. I want a better way of living. And you put that thought out there, and then all of a sudden you're looking at everything and your life start to crumble. Like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden you lost your job, your other half left, your car fell apart. You came home and found out the plumbing is bad in your house, and you're going, oh my God, I'm asking for a better way. But yet everything around me is being destroyed. And you're going, yeah, this isn't working, but it is, because you asked for the better way. What's happening? The partner that wasn't supposed to be with you has walked away. The car that you've been trying to hold on to is not going to the wayside, clearing space in the driveway for something better to come in. The job, how are you going to pay for all this? Well, a job wasn't paying you what you were worth. It didn't come with the paycheck you needed. It didn't come with the advancements you needed. So it walked away for a better one to come in with better pay, better advancements, better everything. The plumbing in the house, what you asked for in the beginning was a better house, a better way to live. And it's showing you we're taking away all the bad for you to replace it with amazingness. So you put out there a better way, but a better way wasn't you have two of everything. It was getting rid of one to replace it with something better. You created it. Why? You created it with a thought and intention in the beginning. This is an amazing card. And you have to start looking at life that way, going, yeah, all this seems to suck, but why is this happening? What is being created out of it? And that's a better way of looking at life. Just so you know. Card number 4. Let's look at card number 4. Chamber of Forgiveness. Ooh, look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. So let's go to see what she meant. Okay, let's look at what she meant by the card. Got to go to the index because her cards, has 4 suits. I do believe this is a chamber suit, which is cool. It's the messages interpretations, in case you were wondering. And the forgiveness is the first one in that card. So it's card number, or page number 38. Anyway, I don't even know. There it is. The chamber of forgiveness reminds us of our innate innocence and the need to keep our heart tender toward ourselves and others, to soften and humble ourselves in our humanness. When the heart hurts, it wants to shut down, harden, and close itself off from the world. This is a normal reaction to the ache that comes with being human. The Chamber of Forgiveness is a card of heart healing and deep, deep compassion for yourself and for others too. It invites us to find a way to keep our heart open through the hurt and the blame and betrayal, the anger and the shame, not to shut down or close the heart over and harden ourselves from life. Now, when we're looking at this, I will tell you what, when you look at this card, oh my God, this card all of a sudden feels very heavy. Now when I'm looking at the picture, it already felt heavy. Now it feels really heavy when I'm looking at this card. Why? I'm seeing the smoke and mirrors. I'm seeing the temple around her. I'm seeing the veil that she's put over herself. The cloud is coming up. She's got the moon. You know what I mean? You've got all that stuff. So you've got where she has shrouded herself, and the moon alone over her, it's kind of the eclipse type moon where you're not able to see everything. Now remember, moon energy is all about shadows, a lot there that you can't see. So you can't look at everything as when we start to when we get hurt and we feel betrayed, okay? We start to shut ourselves down. Why? Because we're not seeing everything. We're really in the shadows. We're only seeing it from our way of take, not truly the 360 of what's happened. Okay. And that's what this card is reminding of us, is that in order to forgive, you kind of got to go in, you have to see the whole picture. How do you see the whole picture? You don't go on this whole, Google quest or this, let's ask everybody to find out everybody's truth to find out. It's really kind of looking at that. Why is this happening? What is going on? Who provided this situation for me? Okay. Look at that, because this card is saying, what's the mystic around you? What is under the veil of things? Now, in order to start to clear this mess, because as you can see, it's really heavy mess here. It was probably heavy all the way up, but it's starting to dissipate here. It's starting to dissipate. Light is coming around that moon. And this is going, as you're figuring this out, this is going to dissipate. It's going to give you a much broader view. You can't have a heart that's hardened in order to see this. This card is telling you to look within, look around, start to see things as a bigger picture, and start to give forgiveness where you felt there was no forgiveness available. Forgive yourself, forgive others, in order to heal everything. So it's really a twofold. But again, remember, the moon is in this card. The moon is saying that there's more in the shadows than you think. So you have to really kind of uncover and understand in order to have complete forgiveness. Okay. The last card in this deck that we're going to pull today, card number 5, inner winter, inner summer. Oh my God, look at that. Inner summer, inner winter. Ooh. Let's look. That's interesting. Is it 2 cards in one? What is this? Let's look. Oh, this one is like opposites. I don't know. Let's find out. This one's intriguing. I need to find out what the heck she meant by this card. I don't even know where it's at. I'm intrigued. I'm getting tons in here, but I want to know what she meant by this, because obviously it's 2 in 1. Okay, it's the polarity suit. It's the polarity suit. Page 122. Let's see what she was talking about. Okay. So we are going to read inner summer, and then we're going to read inner winter. Now remember, polarities, it's being pulled 2 different directions. Blooming, the inner summer is blooming, opening to life, saying yes, pleasure, joy, tasting, sweetness of life, rapture, ecstasy, adventure, energy, solar, warmth, enjoyment. I've arrived. Things are happening for me. Let's do this. The inner winter. Initiation, rebirth, renewal, rest, going underground, the fertile void, surrender, mystery, unknowing, death. The end is also the beginning, union. Feels like nothing will ever grow again, a yearning for rest and quiet. So really, this card is saying you've had both going on. You've had both. This card depicts how literally the transition of midnight from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day, both going on. You can't have one without the other. If you don't have rest, you can't have rebirth. If you don't have the inner struggle of, oh my gosh, nothing's ever going to happen, you're never going to have the, oh my gosh, this happened to me. This card is saying that you really are in the depths of both of those. It is the polarity. It's going, which way am I looking at it? It's kind of dizzying. And I'm sure that's where your life is at, because this card is saying that you're on the cusp. You're sitting in the winter, about to go into the spring. You're about to switch into the polarity, but right now you're kind of going back and forth. You're having a moment of, I got this, followed by, oh my God, do I really have this? There's a lot of self-doubt. It's going, I can do that. Here we go. We're back. Sorry. So this card is really going, you're going back and forth. You're going back and forth. You're just trying to figure it out. We really need to fall on the side of the spring when we're done. And you're going to. Why? Because this is literally, this card is a trial and tribulation of getting confidence, of getting belief in yourself, of really pushing forward. Okay, that's what this card's about. You got it. Even though you have self-doubt, trust that the blooming is there. Even though you're questioning it, trust that the knowledge is there. It's kind of going back and forth. But it's a reminder of just being human. So card number 1 was the ceremony of life. Card number 2 is the chamber of power. 3 is golden. 4 is chamber of forgiveness. And 5 is that inner winter, inner summer polarity card. Now, when I'm looking at all of these cards, I will tell you what, this deck really shows that we're sitting in the woe is me. We're sitting in the woe is me. What the heck is going on with my life? I don't know if I could do this. I don't know what's going on. It feels like the world is against me. I feel like everything's crumbling, whether it's the government, my personal life. The year 2025 really sucked. I mean, just kind of going, you know what I mean? It's all that stuff. It's all that stuff. That's what these cards are telling me. This is kind of where you're sitting at. But you have to look at to get you through the woe is me, to get you through that, oh my God, what the heck is going on? You really have to sit with why did I create this? I created this around me. I created all of this chaos. How did I create? You kind of got to go back and say, where did I want to go? What did I want to happen? When you start to switch into that, I've created this, it starts to give you power. It starts to realize that all this is going on, but it's going on for a reason. You created it. You're going to come into a place that go, wait a second. This chaos is a mess. I forgive myself for creating the mess, but it happened. It's okay. I need to stop doubting, because what's happening is you've been doubting the original ask, the original I want this. You've been doubting it. You've been doubting that, should have I been asked? Was I worthy? Yes, you are. It's showing that you're about to switch into the other polarity. Why? Because this week and this time, you're switching from the I can't do this to I can do this. There's a bunch of crap, but I can deal with it. It's finding that you're stronger than you were. So start to sit with yourself and go, where have I been? What is happening? And where am I at now? And what's just around the corner? So literally, this week is about you starting to look at yourself, you starting to focus, and you starting to realize, I am going to pull myself up through this because I know I created this. Why? Because I need a lot of crap to go in order for all the good stuff to show back up. So we can start again. I like this deck. This deck, I will tell you what, is very knowledgeable. This deck is heavy. This deck is going to make you go in and challenge. This deck is going to make you go in here and go, really? Really? It's going to help you to look at things in a different, a different way of seeing things, but it's going to help you to really explore a lot. I will tell you what, I really like this deck. I think this is a keeper, and it's a heavy deck. I will tell you what, it's a heavy deck. It's heavy. It's gonna challenge you. I'm going to tell you, if there's a deck for the year so far, I know we just started. This is a deck I would tell you to go out and buy if you're looking to build upon yourself, to explore in here and make you a better person, the person that you want to be, and push yourself past where you thought. This is a deck that I would tell you to go grab. There's that. That's the Inner Temple Oracle deck. Now, like I promised, this was going to be a longer reading show because I wanted to show you how I take the words and I take the images, and I like to look at the images more than I like to look at the words. So hopefully this helped you a little bit to understand how I do readings when it comes to cards. Again, a lot of times for my own readings, I don't take the book. I just take the pictures and go, oh my gosh, what can I pull from that picture, and start to sense it. Some people do both. That's okay. Do it the way it's best for you. It's best for you. Where's DeEtte? DeEtte has got some interesting things going on this month. Oh my gosh. I apologize, guys. My website has been down for a month. Okay. I actually just reached out to the person and said, hey, come on, it's been a month. There's no reason for it to be a month. I know we've had the holidays. I don't want this to be a mistake. We need to get this going. Why? Because you guys haven't been able to get a hold of me. You haven't been able to get a hold of me. You haven't been able to see me. You haven't been able to reach out. I know a lot of people are going, oh my God, where's DeEtte? Did she just totally quit? DeEtte did not quit. DeEtte is still doing readings. DeEtte is still doing things. And sometimes I have to look at it and go, DeEtte wanted a new me. DeEtte wanted to go into this year and shift. So no wonder why the website had to go down. No wonder why something new had to be created. No wonder it took time. DeEtte's taking time. But hopefully the new website is up and going pretty soon here, so you can find me again, a new me, a new going forward. The old me is gone. Thank God the old me is gone. The new way of looking at myself in life is so much better, so much grander, and believing in myself. So this month, what is DeEtte doing? DeEtte is still open for readings, okay? Message me on Facebook, Bear, B-E-A-R, B-A-I-R. You will see the nickname DeEtte Renee. You'll also see an image of me along with an image of Bear, who is a beautiful puppy that owned that name. Unfortunately, he has passed away in 2025, but he's still with us in soul and in heart. So you can message me on Facebook. You can also send me a message to an alternative email, mysticforest@live.com, just as it sounds, mysticforest@live.com. You can message me there. So those are two places. You can go to my Instagram, DeEtte Renee. You can go to my TikTok. Lots of different ways to still get a hold of me. If you send me a message, I will get you on my emailing list. I have not sent the emailing list out yet this year because I've just been really sucky at getting that done. Because again, I was like, not doing it. Gonna get that together so y'all can get your email for this month and going forward with that. So this weekend, I am driving to Florida. Not for pleasure, not for fun. It's going to be a lot of that, though. I'm taking a dear friend down there, driving her in her truck, and then I'll be flying back Monday. Great time. Apparently, I need me and her stop in a truck together for 20 some hours, just to have lots of great conversations and insights and exploring the soul, which is really always needed. The week after that, I am doing a Tribe 3 meeting. Yes, I'm still part of Tribe 3 Productions out of Chicago, an amazing group of people that go in and do videography and photography of all your major events or even small events in life. But we're also all over the place doing the Horror Fest, doing the cons. They're doing it all. They're doing it all, which is amazing. So follow Tribe 3 Productions. You're not going to be disappointed anytime that they show up. Going into week 3, we are going to go back to the Roth House. We're going back to the Roth House to shoot. Guys, guess what? The first documentary is done. It is out. It is literally at 4 or 5 different film festivals. Okay. What we decided? We needed to go back. We need to go back. Why? We need to finish the second documentary. The first one, although we thought it was going to be all about the house and the spirits of the house, it turned out to be all about you and your loved ones and the seance itself that we did at the end. We're going back to shoot another seance. But at this seance, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be me going into trance. Behind the project, Larry, our producer, another glitch. It's just the 3 of us and a historian that knows the Roth House and the history. It's just the 4 of us going in to hopefully speak to the ladies or the gentlemen of the house that have been there through history. Anyone of that want to come in through to finish the seance of what our original idea was, which was the beautiful story of the house. So we're going to finish that. And then I am teaching, guys, to wrap up January 31st, I believe it is. Oh my God, it's that Saturday. I don't know if it's the 31st or the 30th. It's the last Saturday of the month. I am teaching my beginners workshop up in I have not, darling. I have not been to Kalini Resort. I can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce anything. So Calente maybe. But we are teaching the beginners psychic mediumship development class again up in Black River Falls. We'll talk more about that as we come. If it's something you're interested in, message me either again on Facebook, Instagram, or the alternative email. Go ahead and get a hold of me. That class is only $100 in person. It's a 1-day class. I keep that as low cost as I possibly can. I'm honestly committed at the price I started it at. I've never increased that in-person price because I really do believe it's about building community. And that's what ends up happening. So let's keep it low. Let's bring people in for it. So there is a limited seating because this is not a big auditorium. It is a smaller setting, but it's a beautiful setting. So reach out if you want to be part of that, and we'll get you registered for it. So that's where DeEtte is in January. No big hooplas, no all over the place. Willing to do readings. Perfect, beautiful. I love that. Again, it's mysticforest@live.com is the email. I'll put it in the comments here just so that hopefully you can grab it really quick. There we go, guys. The email is in the comments. You'll see it came up at DeEtte72 is obviously my YouTube. Instagram is at DeEtte Renee, and my Facebook is Bear, BearBair. Again, personal readings, group readings, classes, we do it all. You guys have a phenomenal week. I believe I'll be back next Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time with a normal show, not just a reading. Shoot me out. I went to find out what the TikTok was, and I just kind of went off in Neverland, apparently. Not trying to. Oh my God, I don't want to hear about all of that. My profile. What is my profile? DeEtte.us is my TikTok. DeEtte.us, DeEtte.us. You'll see a lot of images of lately snakes. I've been doing snakes. Our snake. So there you go. Start following me on TikTok, and we will definitely see more of me in the future all over the place. Send me emails. Send me if you'd like to subscribe to my email list. I know you can't hit a button on my website right now, but if you send it to me, I'll make sure to get my email out to you so that you have that as a direct source itself. You guys have an amazing week, an amazing day. Happy New Year. I know I'm a week shy on that, but you know what? It's going to be a new year all day long here. And I will see you next Monday morning. School Through Spirit with DeEtte here. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye-bye.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.